So Just Democrats are working with a number of other progressive groups to bring you a wonderful program, and that is to get some of the best and hardest fighting progressives onto some of the most important committees in the House. Now, let's keep it real. Democratic leadership, most especially Nancy Pelosi, has already made some deals with right-wing Democrats. And they put a lot of pressure on her about the speakership position, and there were some concessions, including to a group that wants to work more with Republicans. Great. So a great number of progressives are elected. First thing that happens is Democrats pledge that they will work more with Republicans. Okay, that is not the direction that the American people voted for. Now, they can make up for it if they also reward progressives. Now, the reason why progressives want to get on committees is very different than the reason that corporate Democrats do. So there's some important committees like Ways and Means that controls taxing and revenue and appropriations, which addresses funding and how you spend the money. Financial Services Committee is a really important one for the banking industry. And corporate Democrats, for example, one of the corporate Democrat groups is called the New Democrats. The New Democrats are very pro-Wall Street, pro-corporations, so they rush onto those committees so they can do two things. One is pass totally pro-corporate legislation. Two is get rewarded for that by getting money from those same corporations. In fact, recently in 2016, a congressman from New Jersey won. He's a New Democrat, pro-corporate Democrat, immediately got on the Financial Services Committee, and he was rewarded by the banks by campaign donations of $1 million. Now, the reason we want progressives on those committees is because not because they're going to raise money from the banks or any of the other corporations. These folks don't take corporate backed money. We want them on there for policy. I know it's a whole new day for Democrats, and that's like they keep asking like, yeah, but what's your real play? No, that's our real play. We actually care about policy. So here are the folks that we want Democratic leadership and specifically Nancy Pelosi to put on the committees. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, of course, and we want that on the Ways and Means Committee. That is arguably the most powerful committee in the House. Now that should be a no-brainer. I'll tell you what their excuse is in a second and why that excuse is preposterous. But let me go through the whole list for you guys. Pramila Jayapal she's already on Judiciary. We would also like her on, she's already on Ways and Means. We would also like her on Judiciary. She needs an exception to a rule to make that happen, to be able to sit on those what are considered A committees. But she has certainly earned it. She's an amazing leader for progressives. She's the leader of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, co-leader of that. And we need her on the Judiciary Committee for so many of the things that are going on, including the Trump investigations, but we also need her on the powerful Ways and Means Committee, and she's earned that by being one of the absolute top leaders for progressives. She was already in Congress. Ro Khanna was also already in Congress, also should be on Ways and Means, has been a fantastic leader for the progressive community, first ever Justice Democrat. Rashida Tlaib is a freshman coming in. She would be perfect for the Appropriations Committee. I'm going to show you how you're going to help on this in a second. And then also Katie Porter. Katie Porter is not a Just Democrat, but was backed by PCCC and is a wonderful progressive. And so that's the thing that matters. It doesn't really matter what the group is. It matters if they're great progressives, and Katie Porter certainly is. And she'd be fantastic on financial services. And she's also an incoming freshman. So here are the groups that work. And if you notice there at the bottom, the way you could help is go to justicedemocrats.com/key committees, okay? Now, if you go there, we'll have a link down below if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook later. Please go to that link, please tweet it. It sends a tweet to Nancy Pelosi herself saying we want these progressives on these key committees. If you don't put it on, it is obviously an insult to all the progressives that got you elected, and says, yeah, it's cute, we'll take your window dressing, but we're not gonna give you real power. So we, as progressives, we should demand that power that we have earned through our votes. Now I wanna give credit to all the wonderful groups that have been working on this. Credo Action put a lot of this together. So they're fantastic. Demand Progress, Democratic Socialists of America, Democracy for America, obviously Justice Democrats. 4 out of the 5 people there that we're looking for positions are Justice Democrats. Progressive Change Campaign Committee, wonderful, helped Katie Porter so much and other progressives as well. Progressive Democrats of America, Ultraviolet. And I wanna really point out Social Security Works as well. Wonderful organizing work by them behind the scenes, Alex Lawson and some of the others. So now, again, one more time, it's justdemocrats.com/key committees. And so the final point that I want to make for you guys is they say, well, look, 3 of those folks are incoming freshmen, and freshmen by an informal rule don't get to go on those committees. First of all, why? There's no reason why. And it's basically, hey, you have to earn your dues, et cetera. Well, they earn their dues by, I would say, upending the political system and creating change and fighting for that change in unprecedented ways, and by winning 40 new seats. So it is not a normal circumstance. Second of all, do freshmen get to go on some of those committees in the past? Yes. Actually, after the 2008 crash, they made an exception when Democrats picked up a lot of seats in 2006, and created 11 new seats on the Financial Services Committee, which went almost exclusively to corporate Democrats. And they raised a tremendous amount of money from the banking industry. And lo and behold, 27 out of the 33 turncoat votes that worked with the Republicans under the Trump administration to deregulate the banks were New Democrats, the corporate wing of the party. So if they get to have 11 new seats when it serves their financial purposes, progressives should get to have those seats, not anywhere near that many, just 5 in these important committees to at least represent us and fight for policy. So please get out there and you can make a difference. By the way, your pressure that you guys put on, whether it's the Young Turks audience or if you spread it far and wide to all the progressives online, has worked in the past. Now a majority of the Democrats in the House support Medicare for all when they did not in the beginning. That was the Just Democrats taking a lead nearly 2 years ago. And then so many other groups pushing forward, all these progressive groups, and you guys. And they're doing something similar with Green New Deal now. They started with only a couple of people that were in favor of the Green New Deal when Sunrise Movement and Just Democrats and Ocasio-Cortez did the protest in front of Pelosi's house. Do you know what the number's up to now? Over 3 dozen. So why? Because of public pressure. It works, and yes, they are a little concerned about their seats. And Nancy Pelosi, who this is being addressed to, you already helped the right wing. So do you really mean it when you say that you're a progressive? Really? I mean, this would be the bare minimum. And if you don't even do the bare minimum, well, then you're sending a message loud and clear whose side you're on, and it won't be progressives. But hopefully, you guys sending this to her will make a big difference. And obviously, I'll keep you updated on whether they get those seats. The TYT Plus app is now available on iOS and Android. Download to get more TYT content at tyt.com/app.